Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the Senate, pleased to present AB 2389, which would allow a special district transition from at-large to district-based elections without voter approval. As a result of the California Voting Rights Act, we've seen increases in quality representation across various local government jurisdictions. Typically, a locality is asked to go to the voters via a ballot. This measure will allow special districts, those obscure entities in state government, which do a great deal of work but are not very well known by voters sometimes, to...
You have bipartisan support of this measure. We've heard...
All righty. Respectfully ask that I vote. Thank you so much, Senator.
You're winning.
Jeanette Sanipatin, Legislative Attorney on behalf of MALDEF. We're here as a sponsor and also strong support of the bill. This bill just does two main things. It provides uniformity in state law. Where there is no uniformity, special districts do not have a way to convert easily, and so this bill provides sort of that uniformity. It is optional. It's a tool, and we strongly urge your support. Thanks.
Over 1,000 special districts. This is a bill that most folks look at and don't think it's a big deal. It probably will have the most impact on government of any of these other measures because it so permeates all aspects of government. There's 487 subdivisions of government in LA County alone. It's a big deal, although it's not something that's known by the public. Others in support.
Mr. Chair and members, I'm Trudy Schaefer for the League of Women Voters of California, and for all of those reasons, we support the bill.
Dylan Gibbons with the California Special Districts Association in support.
Jean Hurst on behalf of the Association of California Healthcare Districts in support.
Thank you.
Adam Ledmo on behalf of the ACLU of California in support.
Any opposition? This bill has been moved by Senator Morlock, correct? No? Okay, Senator Morlock, bipartisan approach. Anything further from the members? This is due pass to the floor of the California State Senate. Mr. Chairman, anything further? Nothing further. Secretary, call a roll.
Hertzberg?
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Wynn? Aye. Wynn, aye. Bell? Aye. Bell, aye. Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. Morlock? Aye. Morlock, aye. Pavley?
6-0. Pavley's not here. We'll wait for her if she needs to come back.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, sorry it took so long.
All right.
Okay. We need, we got everybody on the first two pages. We need Beth Gaines, if you staff can hear this, Mr. Garcia, Judge Gallagher, and Chu. We can open the roll, sure, of course. Huh? The bills as we're waiting. Oh, here's Beth Gaines. Let's just let Beth do it, then we'll go for the bills. Okay. File item number 19, AB 2430. File item number 19, 2430. Bill's been moved. This is a motion for due pass to appropriations. Looks like you got bipartisan support.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. Recently, a lot of attention has been given to the study coming out of UCLA in March of 2016 on prediabetes, which generally could result in a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. However, little to no attention is given to type 1 diabetes, which used to be referred to as juvenile diabetes, given its high incidence in children. In California, there is an estimated 190,000 people diagnosed with type 1 diabetic. While it certainly seems to be a small percentage compared to the 8 million plus of the diabetic population, the costs associated with type 1 diabetes are immensely disproportionate. Because type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease in which a person's pancreas stops producing insulin, type 1 diabetics have to carefully balance insulin doses either by injections multiple times a day or continuous infusions through a pump, with eating and other activities throughout the day and night on a daily basis. Actually, it's like an hourly basis. They must also measure their blood glucose level by pricking their fingers for blood 6 or more times a day. These tools, the pump, the sharps, the blood glucose meters, the testing strips, the continuous blood glucose monitors are not cheap, and as technology evolves, they get more expensive. AB 2430 seeks to create a voluntary tax contribution designation on a state income tax deduction form so that taxpayers can donate through grants from the University of California to institutions that focus on type 1 diabetes research, such as the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. JDRF is a global organization with a strategic plan committed to bring those living with type 1 diabetes a continuous flow of life-changing therapies and ultimately a cure for the disease. Thank you. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
In support? Any opposition? Any questions? Bill's, is the bill moved already or no? Bill's been moved by Senator Bell. Was it? Oh, I thought it was moved by Senator Nguyen initially. This is due pass to appropriations. Anything further? Thank you very much. Secretary, call the roll.
Hertzberg.
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Nguyen. Nguyen, aye. Bell. Bell, aye. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Morlock. Morlock, aye. Pavlik. You have 5-0.
5-0. That measures out. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll just took it out because we're moving through. Let's go through and call the votes. Let's start over again. He goes to his committee.
You're going to start with consent?
Let's start with consent. Do consent calendar. It's 5-2. The consent is 5-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye. 7-0.
7-0. Consent calendar is out. Okay? Let's start at the beginning. File item number 1, SB 994, Senator Hill, due pass to appropriations. Motion by Senator Bell, 5-0.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye.
7-0, measures out. Oh, let's, you want to take a second? Take David. I don't want to keep him waiting. He came here before. Okay, Mr. Chu. File item number 26, AB 2818. Bill's been moved by the Vice Chair. This is a due pass to appropriations. Is it bipartisan support? Yes? Yes? You could ask questions.
Would you like me to present?
Probably.
It's up to you. I want to make sure people can get out to lunch.
You're in pretty good shape. If you just want to, Bill's been moved, you can abbreviate your presentation.
Sure. This is a bill to create a uniform process for county assessors to value a community land trust to take the resale restrictions into consideration. It's a new model for moving forward affordable housing. It has received bipartisan unanimous support so far, and I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Witnesses in support.
I'm Francis McElveen. I'm with the Northern California Land Trust. We are one of the founding members of the California Network of Community Land Trusts, and we are the sponsor of the bill, and we're here obviously in support. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Support.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Paul Gonzalez representing the Irvine Community Land Trust. We too are part of the network and ask for your support.
Thank you. Others in support.
Amy Jenkins representing Habitat for Humanity California in support.
Working today. It's good.
Marina White with the California Housing Consortium in support.
Thank you. Any opposition? Bill's been moved. Any questions from the members? Anything further from the
Respectfully ask for aye vote.
Secretary? Open the roll. Oh, there's a motion. The motion was due pass to appropriations, and the motion was Senator Nguyen. Yeah. Okay.
Hertzberg.
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Nguyen. Nguyen, aye. Bell. Bell, aye. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye. Morlock. Morlock, aye. Pavlik. You have 6-0.
6-0. Let's take that. Let's put it out because I don't think she's coming back. Okay. Measures out. Next, file item number 20. Mr. Garcia, California Parks.
Mr. Chair and members, good morning or good afternoon. I will be quick. AB 2444 is the first effort in about 14 years to put forward a park bond for the state of California. I think some of the highlights that I'll touch on is 40% of the funds contained in this measure will be available to disadvantaged communities with a specific allocation of 20% specifically for disadvantaged communities. Rural cities will have the opportunity to also access some of these funds as it relates to a 10% grant component that would allow them to have some technical assistance and be able to leverage these dollars. I think there's no question.
The name of the park bond that was passed 14 years ago?
Hertzberg, Keeley,
Really, was it? Started out as Keeley, but
Well, I thought that maybe that would be the right answer since you're asking. All right.
It's 2,000, yeah.
2000, because it became Via Ragosa Keeley. Remember that?
Appreciate the lesson. I've taken note. Respectfully ask for your aye vote.
This is now the De Leon measure. Okay, who else is in support?
Well, I'll be real quick, Mr. Chair and members. Doug Houston, representing city, county, regional, and other open space park providers and outdoor interest groups. I'm here in support, obviously, and to help answer questions if I can.
Thank you. Others in support?
Mr. Chairman, members, David Jones on behalf of the City of Murrieta on support.
Thank you.
Jamie Go on behalf of the Big Sur Land Trust, the Bolsa Chica Land Trust, as well as the Sonoma County Water Agency in support.
Roxanne Miller on behalf of Mayor Sam Liccardo and the City Council, City of San Jose, in support, and we'll look forward to continuing to work with the author. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kelly Doe on behalf of California League Conservation Voters in support. Thank you.
Alfredo Redondo on behalf of the Peninsula Open Space Trust, the Sonoma County Ag and Open Space District, Nature Conservancy, California Urban Forest Council, and California Relief in support.
Thank you.
Jimmy McDonald with the California Special Districts Association in support.
Jimmy McDonald. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, members, Ralph Fine for the Mid-Peninsula Regional Open Space District and the California Association of Recreation and Park Districts in support.
Josh Hanthorn, Defenders of Wildlife in support.
Gabrielle First on behalf of Sierra Club California in support.
Thank you.
Jean Hurst here today on behalf of the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors in support.
Thank you.
Alex Gibbs here on behalf of the City of Carson and the Desert Recreation District in support.
Paul Gonzalez representing the City of Torrance. Thank the author in support.
Mark Fenstermaker on behalf of the Mountains Recreation and Conservation Authority, Save the Redwoods League, and the Santa Clara Valley Open Space Authority in support.
Thank you.
Rico Mastrodonato, the Trust for Public Land in support.
Any opposition? Are you going to, is this now for 2018 or is it, what's the plan on this?
It's currently set for 2016.
It is currently in the measure, but this is basically going to be a two-house leadership play with the governor ultimately.
Up for discussion.
Gets on the ballot. Okay, we'll move it along. Anything, you got a question or you got a motion? Okay. Statement. Yeah.
As somebody who was here as a staff position for several of these park bonds, you know, a couple of the issues that we've seen over the years as some of these most underserved areas tend to overwhelmingly support bond after bond after bond and are very hopeful that they one day can have some decent parks in their communities, and yet still some of the most underserved communities in which we hope to help mitigate, and that after different years that we've passed these park bonds, we know that these areas still lack access to parks. One of those areas being mine in particular, where LA County continues to note that the Southeast LA County is the most park poor in LA County. For example, in the city of Maywood, we just have 0.3 park acres per 1,000 residents, where the county-wide average is almost double, almost 10 times that, 3.3. Yet, if you look at these cities, they've continuously overwhelmingly supported park bonds. And so a couple things just for you to look at as we continue the deliberation. And I know our areas are very similar when it comes to these issues, but just so that you won't be fooled by anyone about, you know, just simply saying it's going to go to underserved communities. Park bonds in the past are only limited to new parks, which continues to be a problem. And I know we're going to look to address that. And there's no money available for maintenance and upkeep. And so some of the cities that have gotten monies for parks and have established these parks do not have the monies to operate and maintain them. For example, I'll tell you a park in the city of Cudahy in my district, which is now closed, that got monies through the park bond because they can't afford to upkeep and maintain it. The other problem is some of us, a lot of us here represent smaller cities that are not as sophisticated to have the technical assistance to apply for the grants. And so then you see the bigger cities, the more sophisticated cities, end up taking the money for new parks, which often are areas that are better off and have traditionally not supported the park bonds in the numbers that the poor districts have. And so it's a personal gripe of mine, not just in the park bonds, but when you look at ed bonds, when you look at construction, people in working class poor areas continue to support bonds at a higher rate. And it seems to me that they're the ones that are often screwed from receiving these funds. And so as we continue to have the discussions about this park bond and the possibility of moving it into an election, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of support from folks in my district, but I have to make sure that we're very careful in ensuring that it's not limited to new parks. I'll tell you, out of the 33 parks in the city of Cudahy in my district, only 2 are rated as good. The other 31 are rated fair or poor. And that's because they don't have the monies to upkeep these parks. And so we need to be able to access these park bond monies for that. And so it's just a word of caution, ensuring that we be very diligent in how this bond is worded to ensure that we truly get fairness when it comes to parks, especially in working class communities.
Thank you, Senator. What you've described is exactly really the premise and the motivation behind much of what's been put into this park bond. You've described exactly the circumstances throughout the entire 56th Assembly District. The park deficiency issues, the park maintenance, rehabilitation conditions, and this park bond has language in here that addresses much of those concerns. As I mentioned, 40% of the funds contained in the measure will be available to disadvantaged communities, with a specific 20% allocated to go to those communities. Specifically, one of the things that we have been able to incorporate into the park bond is there was an analysis done looking at Prop 84 dollars and how they were distributed for parks throughout California. That was just 3 or 4 years ago. The analysis was done by a researcher at UCLA who highlighted that when we were very specific in language for the park bond and the legislation, those dollars got to those communities. When we left it vague and looked at just the competitive nature of the process, those dollars didn't get to the hands of those economically distressed communities. And so this measure has taken those recommendations and put in language to ensure that poor communities in California do access these funds, that there are funds available for not only the technical assistance, but also the planning and development. There's also some...
You have a problem, if I can interrupt you just for a moment, to deal with what Senator Lara said. And it really is the problem, because even if you don't have the sophistication to get the money, but once you get the money, and it only can be used, bond revenue can only be used for capital costs. It cannot be used for operating. So maybe the thing to do, if you really want to do this right and cut to the chase of what Mr. Lara is talking about, which is really, I think, also kind of an integrity issue with the voters, because the idea is to say, well, we're going to promise you this, but we're not going to maintain it, and then we're going to close the doors, is giving you nothing. So maybe the answer to this measure is to have it as a park, some kind of park integrity issue that's not just a bond, but a dedicated revenue stream. I know that creates problems in terms of ballot box budgeting, but it does get to the core issue. Create a formulaic approach with respect to the affordability idea. That's not hard to do. And create a revenue stream. It doesn't cost a lot of money. And there's so many people willing to donate money for parks. There's all sorts of stuff. But that has been the core issue in the park situation. It's not getting the land. Yeah. That's the reason why Joe Edmondson does tickets at Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy to collect money to keep the place alive. He just heard that I'm in big trouble. The reality of the situation is it's a revenue stream. So let's cut to, I think what Senator Lara said is on the money, and let's figure it out. And maybe that's the solution for purposes of how do you do this. And I think ultimately for the voters, whenever this gets on the ballot, if it gets on the ballot, it's a way to tell the truth. right? We're going to give it to you, and we're going to keep it open.
Let's do that. I'm committed to do that. I think what you've said is reflective, again, of what the circumstances in our own district are, including some of our water, conservation policies that have really set back some of the current conditions of our existing park infrastructure, right? So on board. And
it's more just to, as these bonds, I'll tell you, it gets very political very quickly. And things start being omitted, things are being added last minute. And so just a word to the wise to make sure, I know I know where your heart is, I know where the things that you care about are, that you need to be very vigilant when it comes to these things. So just a word of the wise.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Let me just Senator Bell had a question, but let's see if any other supporters, any other opposition, nothing, see nothing. Senator Bell, we just got a short time in this room, so then we've got
Just comment on the comments made by Senator Lara and others. As I remember, a lot of the park bonds that have been done in the past were done through sort of initiative processes. And those park bonds, there was no logical way the projects in the park bonds were put in there other than political necessity or whatever kind of criteria. And so I remember those, park bonds that were put in, and I was frustrated in the sense that the City of San Jose, for example, never got any of those funds. They always seem to go to, like, I could say Santa Cruz County or some other place. So we're a big city, we got 1 million people. And for some reason, none of these parks bonds ever had any money for San Jose or anything like that. So, and I was wondering, in this proposal, how does, there's some earmarking in here, to projects. How did those earmarks happen in the bill? Was there a process? I noticed there are not too many in the Northern California area, for example.
We went and looked at the previous bond measures that were put forward, and we started looking at the various conservation groups throughout the state.
Right.
We started also looking at the oversubscription and the type of projects that were submitted with the previous bond dollars that were put in place, which is where we also identified the need for rehabilitation and reconstruction. Specifically to what you see outlined in the particular bond before us, again, we used the model from the previous bonds to support some of the conservations and other park-funded efforts from the past. What we've changed significantly is the criterias for the economically distressed, disadvantaged communities to be able to compete and have some form of leg up when it comes to applying for these dollars and obtaining them to address their park needs.
I understand that. How did Northern California, it doesn't look like too much here for that in the earmarks?
Well, we've been working with the legislators in the Assembly now, working with the legislators here on the Senate side. We're continuing to take in input in terms of what programs and projects and criterias we need to incorporate prior to this being before the entire Senate for a vote. And so if there are any ideas or suggestions that you have, please bring those forward to us.
And there were a number of amendments that were mentioned yesterday at the Water Committee and Natural Resources, and we were going to take them in this committee, but we're going to, just because we couldn't get them prepared in time, we're going to take them in appropriations, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you. I'll continue to work with.
Do we have a motion on this?
I'll move the bill. I want to continue to work with your office.
I apologize to push people. We just got this room for a short period of time. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. These are general obligation bonds, so they'll be paid out of the general fund of the state's budget. Are there any revenue sources that will result from these investments?
Well, I can tell you that the parks economy in California employs close to 500,000 people, and it's said that it's a $87 billion industry. So I think it certainly is set up to have a very good return on investment when we look at the overall economic aspects of it. Now, we can also get into the physical, mental, right, and health elements that really I'm not sure we can put a price tag to, but certainly has a tremendous amount of return on investment for a $3 billion really ask of the voters of California.
I'm not going to argue the intangibles because I like parks and I like backpacking.
You also said you don't mind being called alien yesterday.
Correct. I don't mind being called an alien either.
That's right.
I am one.
That's right.
Mr. Chair.
Not in the Netherlands, you're not. Yeah, I know. Some people, not because of where you were born, but how you vote.
It's going so fast.
You just lost my vote.
I'm sorry. He's a dear friend. We can do this.
Comes from a good planet.
Mr. Chair, $3 billion becomes $6 billion when you pay for principal and interest. The balance sheet of the state of California is already upside down. When we get the financial statements for June 30th this year, we're going to see maybe another $70 billion put on there by Controller Yee because of the retiree medical to show the real costs that we're dealing with. So we're really upside down. So this is a great opportunity, but looking at the big picture, one, I'm going to be opposed to a bond measure until this state gets a balanced balance sheet. And two, I'm really concerned about the fact of how many measures we have on the November 2016 ballot. We got to vote on another one on the Senate floor. And I'm having a real tough time saying, how do you add one more to the longest list we've had in 16 plus years? Right. And because I am an alien, I'm going to be opposed.
Senator Nguyen, and then let's roll this out. We got a couple more. We got Mr. Gallagher, and then we got a.
Assemblyman, I'm going to keep my vote. I'm going to abstain today. But I do, and mainly it's because I want to bring some of these thoughts, and I know Senator Lara mentioned it. I am concerned with the new parks. We would love new parks, but unfortunately for us, some of us in urban counties, urban cities, there's no land. We either build up or build down or break something completely out and rebuild. And so unfortunately, new parks will eliminate, I think, everywhere in Orange County, including all of my district, which Santa Ana has the worst number of, per capita per person per park. And so I do hope you look at that again. And second, I know that there's a lot of criterias, but one of the things is, as it gets down deeper, I want to maybe encourage that our park secretary is involved in looking at the development, the criteria of the grant program. Because, like others, like cities that are very small, doesn't have the staffing to be able to put a robust program together to apply, et cetera. I think, something similar to what happened in Prop 84 as well would be a good guideline, but not just leaving the guidelines for staff alone to just deal with it, but top management and the secretary himself hopefully get involved as well. I think a lot of those thoughts and idea, and even with some of us in urban county, because we don't have open spaces, even educational facilities as well. So would be appreciated.
I think with that, I think we got a pretty robust discussion, sir.
I will close by saying thank you for staying open to the idea and respectfully ask for your vote, and we certainly.
Who moved this? Bell, move this. Do pass to appropriations. Secretary, call the roll.
Hertzberg?
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Nguyen? Bell? Bell, aye. Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Lara? Lara, aye. Morlock? Morlock, no. You have 4-1.
4-1. Who's missing?
Pavlik.
Okay, that's measures out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Final measure, file item number 2551, Assemblymember Gallagher.
Move it.
Bill's been moved, and this is due pass. Do you accept the amendment, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Just the technical amendments, not the other one, just the technical one.
Right, that's my
Not
understanding.
anything else, just limited to the technical amendments, okay?
Right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. We've got a good bipartisan bill here with several stakeholders who've been working through it throughout the process. And the essential thing we're trying to do here is to allow for alternative delivery, which we've used in transportation projects and other public works projects. Take that same ideology to our water storage projects.
and allow that to be used so that we can get these projects hopefully off the ground faster and at a better cost to taxpayers in this state. So I'd ask for your aye vote. I do have some witnesses here in support.
Andrew Meredith with the Northeastern California Building and Construction Trades Council. And on behalf of the thousands of skilled and trained workers that make up our membership, we are in strong support of this bill.
Keith Dunn here for the Sites Project Authority, available to answer questions if you have about the design, build, procurement method. With that, I just ask for your aye vote.
Jeremy Smith here on behalf of the State Building and Construction Trades Council, also here in support of the bill for the reasons stated by my friend Andrew Meredith. We urge your aye vote. Thank you.
Any further support?
Amy Brown on behalf of the Northern California Water Association in support as well.
Others?
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, Louis Brown on behalf of the California Cotton Ginners and Growers Association, Western Ag Processors Association, California Fresh Fruit Association, and the California Rice Commission.
Okay.
Dennis Albiani on behalf of the Tehama-Colusa Canal Authority and the Almond Hullers and Processors Association.
Thank you, Mr. Austin.
Support.
Mr. Chair, Steve Baker with Aaron Reed and Associates, representing the professional engineers in California government. The Assemblyman's agreed to take an amendment in the next committee to address our concerns, and with that, we'll remove our opposition.
Thank you very much. Anything further?
I just had to do a double take. I know it was a Gallagher bill. I like this.
Jeez.
I like this.
I know, me too.
I like this. This is good stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
I'll move the bill.
Bill's been moved. This is, I think it already was moved, but we're going to take it from, I like this bipartisan thing going on here. We're going to make it from you, because this is due pass as amended to appropriations by the Appropriations Chair without prejudice, just so you know. He never does it without prejudice, so don't get excited because he's moving the bill. He still might kill it. I've had that happen before. Anything further?
Just ask for your aye vote. We are, as I said, we are working with PEG and other stakeholders on some amendments that we will take before appropriations.
Thank you. Secretary, call the roll.
Hertzberg?
Aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Wynn? Wynn, aye. Bell? Bell, aye. Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Laura? Laura, aye. Morlock? Morlock, aye. Pavlik? You have 6-0.
6-0, measure is out. Thank you,
Mr.
kindly,
Chairman.
sir. Thank you for your patience. Let's go through the roll. Let's start. Let's go through this. Come on. I got to call the roll.
Okay, here, let's
Get
go.
this done. I got 5 minutes to get
Okay,
out of
here we go. Or at least most of them.
Okay, let's go through it.
We're on item number 2.
Okay, file item number 2, the only guy, let's see, Hernandez and Laura. So file item number 2, AB 278, Roger Hernandez, due pass to the floor. Motion by Senator Bell, 5-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Laura? Laura, aye.
7-0, measures out. Next, file item number 3. This is Bonta, AB 366. Due pass to the floor. Motion by Senator Bell. 3-2 is the vote. Chairman voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Laura? Laura, aye. 5-2.
5-2, measure is out. File item number 4. This is Christina Garcia. Due pass is amended to appropriations. Motion by Senator Bell. 5-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Laura?
Aye.
Aye, 7-0. Measure is out. Next, file item number 5. This is Daly. Due pass as amended to the floor by a motion by Senator Wynn. 5-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye.
7-0. Measure is out. File item number 6. This is AB 1362 by Gordon. Due pass is amended to appropriation. Motion by Senator Pavley. 4-1. Chair voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Laura? Aye. Laura, aye. 6-1.
6-1, measure is out. File item number 7, AB 1575. This is Bonta, Cooley, Jones, Sawyer, Lackey, and Wood. Due pass to appropriations. Motion by Senator Bell, 4-1. Chair voting aye.
Hernandez? Hernandez, aye. Laura? Laura, aye.
6-1, measure is out. File item number 8. This is AB 1787, Gomez. do pass as amended to appropriations. Motion by Senator Nguyen, 4-0. Chair voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye.
Morlock not voting, 6-0. Measure is out. Next, file item number 10. 9 was consent?
Consent.
Okay. File item number 10, we're going to pass on that for a minute. I'm waiting for Mr. Bonta to come back. Let's pass on that for a moment. Let's move to file item number 11. This is AB 2127, O'Donnell. Do pass to appropriations. Motion by Senator Bell, 4-0. Chair voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Nguyen. Nguyen, no. Laura. Laura, aye. We have 5-1.
5-1, measure is out. Next, file item number 12, AB 2149, Bonilla, do pass as amended to appropriations. Motion by Senator Morlock, 5-1. Secretary, open the roll.
This bill is out.
Oh, it's out?
Yes,
Pavley's not here. 5-1, measures out. File item number 13, AB 2220, Cooper, do pass to the floor. Motion by Senator Bell, 5-0. Secretary voting aye. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye.
7-0, measure is out. Next, file item number 14, AB 2257, Main Shine, do pass to appropriations. Motion by Nguyen, 5-0. Secretary, call the roll.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye.
7-0, measure is out. File item number 15, AB 2299 by Bloom, do pass to appropriations. Motion by Senator Bell. This is chair voting aye. It's 2-0. Chair voting aye, Vice Chair not voting, and Morlock not voting, and Pavley absent. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye. 4-0.
Nguyen, you're not voting? Okay, 4-0, measure is out. Okay. File item number 17, AB 2371, Frazier, do pass to appropriations. Motion by Senator Bell. It is 5-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Nguyen. Nguyen, aye.
6-0, measure is out. Next, file item number 18, AB 2389, measure is out. File item number 20, Eduardo Garcia, measure is out, 4-1. Next, file item number 21, this is AB 2450, Ajajian, do pass as amended to appropriations. Motion by the chairman, Laura, 4-0. Secretary, call the roll.
Nguyen. Nguyen, aye. Bell.
5-0, measure is out. Next, file item number 22, AB 2476 by Daley, do pass as amended to appropriations. Motion by Senator Pavley, 5-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye.
7-0, measure is out. File item number 23 is out. 6-0. Next, file item 24. This is AB 2622 by Nazarian, 5-0. Do pass as amended to appropriations. Motion by Senator Bell. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye.
7-0, measure is out. File item number 25, AB 2728 by Speaker Emeritus Atkins, do pass to appropriations. Motion by Senator Nguyen, 5-0. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Laura. Laura, aye.
7-0, measure is out. File item number 19, AB 2430 by Baines, it's out, 5-0. File item number 26, 6-0, measure is out. Hold me 1 second as I consult with Chairman Bonta.
Which one?
Yes. File item 10, AB 2031, Bonta and Atkins. Its due pass is amended to the floor. Motion by Bell. It currently has 1 aye and 2 noes. With the chairman not voting, I will offer a courtesy vote because I told Mr. Bonta that I had challenges with the financial mechanism and how he created it, but the cause is just for housing. I agree with it. I just thought that he has a gigantic constitutional and otherwise legal problem, but I think I will I said I will do the homework and figure it out. I will give you a courtesy vote, and on the floor, if I agree with you, I'll vote for it. If I don't, I'll vote against it, but I'll get it out for you. Yeah, I mean, I'll vote for it if other people make their own decisions. Secretary, open the roll.
Hernandez,
Hertzberg, aye.
Hertzberg, aye. Hernandez.
They mix us up all the
Hernandez,
time.
aye. Laura, aye. 4-2.
4-2, measure is out. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much.